Hey, everybody, welcome to our Wednesday live stream. How's everybody doing? Yes, on Wednesdays, we usually have videos, but not today because of my concussion. So, we're going to have a live stream. I do hope to be better very, very soon so that I can start spending more time on the screen so that I can, go back to editing those videos. But yes, we are going to have a live stream for today. So, welcome everybody. Thank you all so much for joining. Hello. Hello. Oh, so happy to see everybody again. We just had our members only live stream. And yeah, so happy to see you all. Hi, Shelly. Hi, Tammy. Hello. Hello again. Hi, Boops. And hello to everybody joining our live stream for today. Hey, Carolette. How are you, Asa? Hey, KTD, Steffa, Carolette. Hello. Hi, McRuly. Yeah, so happy to see you guys. Today we're going to continue with Chris Watts's polygraph, right? So last time we saw him fail the polygraph miserably. He is being asked a ton of questions, whether he was responsible for the disappearance of his wife and his children. And of course, we see him squirm in his seat as he's failing it miserably. And so today we are going to continue and we're going to watch the part where he is being questioned now at this point by everybody else. So he's going to be questioned by Graham Coder and Tammy Lee. So, yeah, let's go ahead and dive into it. This is perhaps one of the most very satisfying videos that we have of Chris Watts. The moment where he has to tell the truth because, again, he's such a lying, disgusting POS. He's been lying the whole time. But I find it very satisfying when Graham Coder is staring at him dead in the eye and he knows that he's lying. And of course, he has to, finally come forward with the truth. And I will say that everything that he says after that is very, very telling. We know that he's lying, but we also know that he's trying to protect Nicole Kessinger. So I think that is what I want to focus on the most today is anything revolving Nicole Kessinger, anything that to us sounds like he's really wanting to protect her. That is what we're going to be focused on. And anything, of course, anything that we can put on the calendar is a good day. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive into it. And yes, it is Happy July. Yes. Oh my gosh. I completely, yeah, I don't like, I'm like, oh, it is July, isn't it? Yes. Happy 1st of July. It is 1st of July today. So yes, happy July, everybody. The hottest month of the year. Or is it August? I don't know. I feel like July is just absolutely miserable. I feel so bad for my mother. Right? My mother gave birth to me in July. I'm a July baby. I'm a Leo, right? If you guys were wondering, I'm a Leo. Hence this tattoo right here, right? Look at my biceps, Chris. I have bigger biceps than you, bro, right? But anyway, but yeah, I feel bad for my mom. She was having to deal, with being pregnant in the hottest month of the year. So I'm like, I don't know. That's probably why she hates me so much. I know, right? Wow. What a dark joke, right? About my mom hating me. But whatever. Um, it is what it is. But anyway, she's probably like, oh my God, it was so miserable. Well, lady, no one told you to get pregnant in October. Okay. So, right. She should have counted. She would have been like, October. Okay. So when am I going to be having this baby? July. Right? She should have just counted back a few months, right? It's like, okay, if you don't want to have a baby in July, just count back a few months. Like, I don't know, maybe get pregnant in February or something, right? But anyway, let's go ahead and move on with the video for today. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for the super chat. If you like pina coladas, and I do. I do. Thank you so much. Thanks for the laughs and thank you for your service. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you, thank you. And thank you for the pina coladas. I kind of want one now. I'm like, that sounds kind of good. Although I'm still recovering, so I'm not gonna have any of it. It's gonna be a pretty sad 4th of July weekend for me, I will say, because I'm just gonna be drinking water. Some more H2O for me, guys. I can't even have my Dr. Pepper with a kick. Not yet. Aw, my mom doesn't hate me. Aw. I mean, I don't know, I think she does. But she was pretty mean to me, so and still is, I don't know. She's a narcissist. She's a narcissist, but anyway. Thank you guys so much. Yes, I want the piña coladas. All right, guys. Yeah, let's go ahead and dive into it. I know you guys don't like me when I joke about my mom. I have so many dark jokes about my mom. I don't mind. Okay, I have a very narcissistic mother, and she was very abusive. Okay, and you know what? It has made me who I am today. So my sense of humor, I will say, it is thanks to my mother. Yeah, thank you, mom. Oh man, I love her. She's just narcissistic and she doesn't care about anybody but herself. But I still love her. I have to, right? But anyway, all right, guys, let's go ahead and dive into it. You guys are probably all like, oh my God, I'm so uncomfortable. Hey, I don't mind them. I don't mind them. We sometimes, I sometimes have to make jokes about it, especially to my dad. My dad is not as narcissistic. He's definitely more understanding. So I make these jokes with him and he'll laugh and he'll be like, oh, don't say those things about your mom. And I'm like, but is it true? And he'll be like, okay, yeah, I think it is true. And then he'll laugh, right? But at first he's all uncomfortable. At first he's like, I don't know. Right? Then he gives me the little corporate laugh, but then he laughs for real. So I'm like, okay, it's funny. All right, and laugh, it's funny. Okay. But anyway, all right, let's go ahead and get into it. We are gonna see the part where Chris Watts is being told, hey, we're gonna ask you some questions because you obviously failed. And he's like, okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm gonna take my Mountain Dew with me.
Okay.
Are you good with your water? Or you want another drink?
I'll just.
Grab a Gatorade?
Yeah. Can I
Perfect.
get that door? Or you, okay.
I got it. Thank you.
Yep.
Does my mom have YouTube? I don't think she does. I don't think she does. She probably thinks what I do for a living is really terrible. Yeah. She's probably like, what do you do? YouTube? The fuck is that? Oh, you make videos? How much money you make? Oh, you're poor, right? She'll probably say all those things. Go get a real job, right? So I'm like, okay, let me go get a real job. And then I'll get a real job. And she's like, that's where you work? Get another job, right? It's like she's never satisfied. She's never happy. I could be the president of the United States and she's like, you're a what now? Mom, I'm the president. Oh, come on. You can do so much worse than that. Go become a janitor, right? And I'm like, aren't you supposed to be expecting better for me? You want me to be a janitor, right? She's like, you can do so much worse than that. Go clean houses, right? She'll tell me to just just be a janitor. So yeah, no, I'm glad she doesn't have YouTube. All right, let's get into it.
Okay, sorry.
Fine,
My
sorry.
computer was in a
You're fine.
turd.
Trust me.
I'm just gonna pack this up, and then, the FBI guy Graham,
Okay.
that you've been talking to, he's gonna come in and we're gonna chat, okay?
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yep.
Okay.
You need anything? Crackers, water, Mountain Dew? I totally will give you a Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
I'm good.
Ruin that streak for you.
Can't.
Wow. And he looks up straight in the camera. He's like, I don't want the Mountain Dew. He looks straight in the camera. Wait, should I drink Mountain Dew? He should have gone for the Mountain Dew because it was the last time he was ever going to drink Mountain Dew. He chose not to. He's like, "Oh, it's okay. I'll be out of here in a few hours. My daddy is waiting for me outside and also my friends, right? What time do you think I'll be out of here, miss?" And he looks at his watch. Tammy is like, "Never, bro. Are you sure you don't want that juice that I just offered you?" Right? He should have said yes. God, he's such an idiot. Again, right? We're dealing with Chris Watts here. So Not much can be expected from the guy. He still said no to the Mountain Dew. He should have asked for diet. Right? Can I get a diet Mountain Dew? Anyway, let's continue.
Recognize food.
No restroom or anything?
Not right now.
Okay.
My dad out there, is he leave?
I bet, grandma?
Okay.
I'm not even sure. I don't sure how to.
Here's my dad house here.
We come packing hard, so it takes a while to pack all this stuff up.
Okay. You want me to
What
turn
is
my
he-
phones on now or just leave them be?
It's up to you. If you want to, that's fine.
What is he doing? Right, he's just looking around like a bobblehead. Right, he's like barely mumbling. And Tammy was like, yeah, sure, you can do whatever you want. I mean, you're about to go to prison for life, so it's up to you. What do you want? You tell me what you want, Christopher. And I guess now he's gonna look at his phone. He's gonna do the most absurd things in this video. So let's just continue watching.
Tell her,
Hi,
her mom probably tried calling you probably
Oh,
at
yeah.
least 5, 6
I think
times.
she's called the detective quite a few times too.
Okay.
I don't blame her. Did she know you were coming in here today? No. Who knew you were coming in today?
Nick and Amanda, 'cause I was at their house, and then my dad.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
What'd your dad say about it?
So just do, do what they ask. Just,
What? Okay, do we need subtitles here? Let's go ahead and see if we can turn on the oh, it doesn't even have it. Oh, great. We don't have closed caption, guys. So, sorry, we're going to have to do the best that we can. This is all Chris Watts just mumbling going He's getting ready to turn himself into daddy. He's like, "Well, I guess I'm going to start needing some of that white snow to get through it," right? So he's like, my daddy is out there and my friend's nicking him into there. Whatever else. And Tammy's like, yeah, do whatever you want. She's cleaning up. She's like, I don't really care because we're about to grill you right now, guy. Let's continue.
just ask like whatever questions they have. Just do what they ask.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite
And you
picture.
did.
Look at it.
My
Oh, let me see.
favorite picture.
Oh my god. They're adorable. They're way bigger than I thought. I think I saw a picture of them on the news and they were much tinier.
Which
I don't know if it was a family photo or like...
okay, that was
A while ago?
that was this year.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
That was this year. What is he doing? You can tell he's trying to do damage control. He knows that he failed the polygraph so miserably. He knows it. And so at this point, he's like, let me see what I can do. Let's see if I can convince them that I had nothing to do with my family's disappearance. Look, here's a photo. Right? And this is a photo of my cat. You'll see a photo of my cat, I'm sure, if it ever pops up. There it is, right? Mr. Butters. But he's like, look, photos. That's them right there. And Tammy, right, she already knows that he had something to do with the disappearance of his own children. So she's like, oh my God, they're so cute, right? She's like trying her best to keep it together. I can feel it, right? I can feel the tension in the room. If I were Tammy, I don't know. I don't know if I could actually hold myself back, right? What do you guys think? Do you think you could actually hold yourself back when you have this liar, right? This man who's obviously lying to your face, trying to convince you that he actually misses his children, showing you his pictures, and you're there and you know that the man is lying. What would you do, right? She has so much patience. She's trying her best not to just take that thing, right? She's trying to get her cables, roll them up, but she's trying her best not to go right? Hit him just right on the side of the temple. Ah, God. Just give him a little reminder of what it was like to get chicken nuggets thrown at him, right? He's trying his very best to convince Tammy Lee here that he misses his children. It's so disgusting. And it's very pathetic at this point because he already failed. So it's pathetic that he's like, what else can I do? Oh, yeah, let me just go through some pictures. Oh yeah, what about this one? Oh, look, that's them. With zero emotion in his face. It's not even like he's crying, right? He's not even crying. He's just like, "Yeah, look at my kids. That's them." And Tammy's just really trying to hold it in right now. Oh God. Let's continue.
Oh, they look so much smaller.
Oof. Look at Tammy. Poor thing. She's like, "Fuck, I can't do this."
Oh, there's no trash can in here.
Oh, that's okay, I'll take them out. Do you want another one?
Oh, no, they're fine.
Okay.
I wish we can see who he's scrolling through. It looks like he's scrolling through his text messages, right? Here, let's go ahead and pull up Nicole Kessinger's text. I know that she didn't text him on this day because their last day talking was actually on the 14th, and this was just via her phone, right? So, as we know, via her phone logs, we don't have any communication between her and Chris, but it's possible that they were probably still texting via, Snapchat or WhatsApp or something. Oh, this is the wrong one because this ends at the 13th. Here, let's go ahead and pull up the other calls if I can find them. I'm like, oh no, where are they? Here they are. Yes, right where I needed it. Okay. So on the 15th, this is what time is it? Let's go ahead and see the time again. All right. So, okay. So it's 1500. Oh, shoot. Okay. So it's 3 o'clock. Let's see. So on the 15th at around 3 o'clock, look at that. She is in Wheat Ridge. Nicole Kessinger is in Wheat Ridge. So she's meeting up with the FBI, right? She's meeting up with the FBI and with CBI at the exact time that Chris is being interrogated. At 3:44 p.m., again, she is in Wheat Ridge, and the call is coming from Denver. At 3:45, she is in Wheat Ridge again, right? And that is where the office is located. It is in Wheat Ridge. Right here, incoming call, 2 minutes, and we see her again in Wheat Ridge. So it looks like she was in Wheat Ridge from, oh my goodness, from early the day, right? So from around noon all the way till almost 6 p.m. at night. And then we have here 7 p.m. She was in Arvada. So by then she was already home. Yeah, WhatsApp. WhatsApp? Yeah, so I mean, I wonder, right? I do wonder what other apps they use to communicate with one another, but WhatsApp would be another one. Or Telegram, right? Yeah, one of those, right? So WhatsApp, Telegram, Snapchat, any one of those apps that can't be traced. Snapchat, for example, you text and then it disappears, right? So after a few minutes or something. So something like that is what I think they may have been texting through, if not through Nicole Kessinger's, phone logs. So, but it's interesting, right? They were in the same location when Chris is being interrogated. All right, let's continue.
I'm just gonna grab that pad that you're sitting on.
Okay.
Eric, Tammy's probably thinking, "Oh, you're guilty for sure," and you kind of have a potato head. Yeah, it's like she realized afterwards, right? And she's like, "Hold on, wait a minute. You're definitely guilty, but also, what's up with the shape of your head?" Right? It's like she realized it after. Oh my god. Uh, oh man, you guys are funny. Let's continue.
Well,
Oh my god. He's
when
too
I
close.
turn my phone on, there's like no service in here.
I hope.
Oh, my work phone, yes, because it's Verizon, but
You can see the lice. You can see the lice. They're like, help me. Help me. I had nothing to do with this, right? The lice are there. They're just like, I just wanted shelter, right? The other lice is like, I just wanted friends. None of them were involved in the crime, but they're all screaming for help. Yeah, you can see them. You just need to squint. Let's continue.
So,
AT&T's like dead over here.
you still getting stuff from work, like, you need to be doing this or that?
No, just everybody's checked out now, as far as for the day.
Did they tell you that, like, when you
Well,
checked out?
we have a group me app,
Oh, uh-huh.
So like, like I usually send out a text about 1:30, so everybody's doing. And about 2:30, the domino starts to fall, people start to check out and everything. There's always that one person that's like, like, all right, do I check out now or wait? I don't want to be the first one to leave and all that kind of stuff. So.
Do they feel bad if they're the first ones to leave?
Wait, didn't we already see this? We already saw this, right? Yeah, we did. Yeah, because he's like, okay, let's go ahead and fast forward. I was like, wait, we've seen this already. Because we saw him when he's desperately showing her, this is my group messages with my friends at work. This is my other cell phone between me and my mistress. This is my other phone that I use for my other friends, right? He's like really, really trying. So let's go ahead and fast forward because, yeah, let's go ahead and see when Graham Coder walks in. There it is. All right, fast forward, fast forward, fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. Fast forward. Try to say that 3 times really fast. Fast forward, fast forward, fast forward.
Oh my gosh, I didn't forget part of it, didn't I?
Okay. There we go. Let's get into it. Yes. That's my favorite part. When Potato Head gets asked all the questions that he doesn't want to
I brought Graham
answer.
in here because we want to talk to you about the results, okay?
Okay.
Love it.
So, it is completely clear that you were not honest during the testing, and I think you already know that. You did not pass the polygraph test.
Okay.
Okay, so now we need to talk about what actually happened. And I feel like you're probably ready to do that.
I didn't lie to you on that polygraph, I promise.
Chris,
I know.
stop.
He lies like a child. Are we asking if it was Wednesday? It was. Are we asking for this date exactly? Let's go ahead and here. Let's go ahead and pull up the calendar. Yes, it was Wednesday the 15th. So yes, right here. Yes, Wednesday the 15th. And if we look at more, look at this. It is also the day that Nicole Kessinger calls Daddy Dwayne. She also calls her mom Daddy Dwayne. She calls Frederick PD and is on the phone with Frederick PD, the FBI, or Daddy Dwayne, right? So it is the only time that we have seen Nicole Kessinger spend that much time on the phone with her parents. Before that, she spent a lot of time on the phone with Christopher and with Jimothy. I don't know if that's his name. Jimothy, all right? Her friend Jim. And so it is the one time on the 15th that we see her calling her parents, oh, Daddy, help me. I need help. Yeah, all of a sudden, right? Okay. All right. And then here we see Chris is lying like a child. I promise you, I did not lie. As his nose keeps growing, right? And it keeps getting longer and longer. It's poking both of them in the eyeball. And they're like, Chris, you're obviously lying. Your nose keeps growing. And Chris is like, I promise. I didn't lie. Chris, you just failed a polygraph. Like, come on, really? But he's trying. Hey, he's still trying. So let's continue.
It's time. Just stop for a minute. Take a deep breath. I want you to take a deep breath right now.
There's a
Breathe.
reason you feel sick to your stomach. And
Can
when
we hear
people
it?
hold stuff inside, it makes you physically ill. And I can just tell on your face, I could tell from the second you walked in that you were wanting to just come clean and just be done with this. And I appreciate that because you knew sitting down in that chair that you weren't going to pass today, and you knew I was going to find out because I told you that. And then you continued to stay knowing that you could, at the end, say, you know what, I just need to get this off my chest. Like, I just need to tell you what happened. We're not here to play games. We're not here to do any of that with you. We just want to know what happened. So can you start from the beginning and tell us what happened?
He is shitting himself, right? He is really shitting himself. He's like, oh, shit, you got me. You got me, didn't you? Yeah. And yes, exactly. Erikisa, that's exactly how he's trying to convince the police. Oh, you just have to trust me. Just trust me. I promise you, I'm not lying. This is because I think this is what he did with his parents, right? I think that this is how he talked to his parents. Anytime that he lied, he just said, oh, believe me, trust me. I'm not lying. I promise you. And then his family's like, oh, okay. It's okay, Christopher. You're a little sweetheart angel, aren't you? So now he thinks that he can do the same thing to two grown adults that work for FBI and CBI. What an absolute idiot, right? What an absolute idiot for him to think that he can just lie to two agents. They do this for a living. And he thinks he can just say, I promise, I'm not lying. Oh, he's so charming, isn't he? Oh, Graham Coder is somehow going to become his best friend. And Tammy is just going to believe all of his bullshit just because he batted his eyes. It's not me. Oh, please. Let's continue.
Everything that I've told you, I did not lie on this polygraph. I don't know how much I could tell you right now, like, I did not.
It's not even an option right now because you did not pass the polygraph, so I know you were being deceptive, so that's not even an issue right now. The issue right now is what happened to Shanann, Bella, and Celeste. That's the issue right now.
Okay.
Okay, so let's talk about that.
I've
I know you want to tell us.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. Tammy is telling him, you know what? I don't really care to hear your promises to try and get you to convince me that you're not lying. The fact is that you've lied, right? They already have the polygraph information. They already have the results. It's obvious that he's lying, but he's still trying. He's like, I didn't lie. Your machine is broken. Are you sure you didn't calibrate it correctly? Maybe it just needs to be recalibrated. Use my other finger. This one is kind of broken. Use this one. Right? He's trying his very best to say that it's the machine that doesn't work. And Tammy's like, no, dude, you're lying. Like, let's just move past that. Let's find out what you actually did to your family. And this is when Chris Watts actually starts to shit himself. And he starts to really try to find every excuse under the sun to say that it wasn't him. But then he also tries his very best to protect his mistress. Let's continue.
I can see it in your face. Holding this lie in is going to do nothing for you.
I know this. Like,
Okay.
I'm not like trying to like cover things up. Like,
Yeah, but you kind of are because it's normal. Normal people would do that.
Mm-hmm.
Normal people that make a mistake initially are going to go, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do anything. That's normal. I would expect that. It's just like if you ask your kid, did you write on the wall? And they go, no. And you're like, you have marker on your hand. Like, I know you just wrote on the wall. And they're like, oh, okay. That's a natural reaction that someone's going to initially lie about something like that and then eventually tell the truth. So this is your eventually telling the truth time.
I love that she used that analogy. She used the example of a child. Because that's exactly what Chris is doing right now. He's acting like a child. So she used that exact example, right? Oh, if your child just wrote on the wall and they're like, no, I didn't. But they have marker all over their hand. It's obvious that they're lying, right? The evidence is in their hand. And the same with Chris. I don't know. I really don't know why they made him sit right here. They should have moved him to here. I really wish that Graham Coder and Tammy Lee were both sitting on the same side and then Chris was here so we can watch him. But even if we can't, right? Even though his back is facing to us, we can still kind of tell here. I'm going to change the screen so that you guys can see it a little bit closer, right? You can still tell that he's getting red in the face. Look at his neck, right? He's getting red. He knows that he's been caught and he knows that he can't get away with it anymore. He is being grilled now by two officers, right? Two people who are experts at what they do. And so now you can see him like, oh shit, right? And then you're going to see him struggle.
This is where the rubber meets the road, Chris. Like, don't let this continue any longer, please.
I'm not trying to make anything continue.
Oh God.
Like, I want them back home. Like.
Oh.
But they're not coming back home. You know that.
I don't know in the back of my head. I hope they come back home.
But they're
in the back of my head. I hope they come back home in the back of my head. Who says that? Wouldn't you want your kids to come back home in the front of your head? Right? Like, wouldn't that be the first thought that you have right in your front of your head, right? Your prefrontal cortex. But no, he's like, no, in the back of my skull. Way in the back of my cranium. I do hope that my family comes back. Shouldn't that be your first priority, guy? No, he's saying in the back of my head, I do hope. Yeah, I think a part of him, tiny, tiny bit, right? Just a tiny little ounce of him feels like, oh shit. I kind of wish I didn't do anything to them because I wouldn't be in this situation right now. But otherwise, he's like, no, I'm glad because he thought he could spend the rest of his life with his mistress. So ridiculous. Oh my God. Yeah, there's a lot of head with him. Yeah, exactly. Which part of the head, Chris? There's a lot of head there. Let's continue.
They're not.
I hope they come back home,
Mm-hmm.
Ow.
and I don't know they're not coming back home.
Chris, Timmy and I are confused, okay? And here's what we're confused about.
No brain.
I told you that we've done some work overnight.
Yes.
I told you that we've got a lot of leads, okay? That wasn't a lie.
I know.
We know a lot more than we think we do, okay? And here's where we're confused. You're this great guy, and I'm not just telling you that, okay? I'm telling you that because everyone tells us that, okay? We can't find anyone to say anything bad about you.
Yeah.
Chris is a great guy. He's a good father. He's a good man. We're confused as to why you're not taking care of your beautiful children
I'm not taking care of them right now.
right now. Where are they?
I don't know where they're at.
I don't know where they're at, is what he says. Graham Coder just brought up I think one of the most important things that he could have said here is that no one has anything bad to say about Chris. And I've said this before. You guys let me know if you agree with me or not. I think that this is why Chris thought that he can get away with it. It's because he really did think that people are going to think that he's such a great guy and that everyone was going to think that Shanann was overbearing, bossy, mean, and that she would just take off and leave with the kids, right? That is the thing that he was really, really hoping for. He thought that he can get away with it because people think he's such a great guy. What the? It is so crazy, right? He thought that the Facebook posts, the Instagram photos, all of the videos, they're just going to look at that, right? Just like the twatters do, right? We're called shiners. They're called twatters. The twatters will look at all of the videos and then base their conclusions on just videos. That is what he was hoping for. He's like, oh, people are just going to watch videos of me. They're going to ignore all of the evidence. They're just going to watch the videos of me. And then they're going to determine that I'm the victim. They're going to determine that I'm too quiet, I'm too shy, and I'm just very chill. And they're going to just ignore the evidence that I murdered them because they're going to see that I'm such a great guy. I think that that was the exact thing that Chris was hoping for. And we're seeing it right now, right? We've heard it with Chris's friends. His friends all think the same thing. They're like, oh, I don't think Shanann, or what they say, I think Shanann would have been the one to cheat, right? I don't think Chris would have been the cheater. It would have been Shanann, right? Everyone believes all of these things about her, but nothing about him. And it's right here, right? Graham Coder is using that exact logic against him. And so I love it, right? I love watching this part. It's my favorite because Chris is like, oh shit, I think he sees right through me, right? For the first time in his life, someone is seeing right through his bullshit. We don't care that you wear a mask. We don't care that you have this facade of being a good father and a good husband because we know that you did something to your children. And we don't care how you act. We know that you're evil, right? That's basically what they're telling him without really telling him to his face. But anyway, let's continue.
I do not know where they are at. If I could have my babies back home right now, I would. I want them back. I want everybody back. That is the God's honest truth.
Oh my God. Look. You could hear a pin drop. Oh my god. Wow. We just heard Graham take a breath, right? You can almost hear a pin drop in that room right now. It is dead silent. They're both just staring at him. Graham Coder's like, right, it's the only thing we hear in the room. And maybe Chris's leg moving, right? He's like, "Hmm." I wish, oh God, I really wish they had put him right here. I wish we could just be watching Chris's face. Instead, we get the back of his head. Why? Why? Oh man. I read the yes, Tommy's girl. Britt came up with twatters. Yes. I was like, someone came up with twatters and it was Britt. Yes. Thank you. Oh man. Yes, yes, yes. That is the counter name, right? So they call us shiners as if that's supposed to be some type of insult, right? Ugh, I'm a shiner. Okay, so you're calling me a shiner because I refuse to insult a murdered woman. Okay. Insult me all you want, right? Your names are twatters. I'd rather be called a shiner than a twatter. But anyway, let's continue.
So let's keep talking about your family, okay?
Hey. Oh man, I really wish he had just kind of just let it, right? I wanted to see how long they can stay in the room just quiet until Chris says, I just want them back. Please, just bring them back. Or whatever ridiculous thing he was going to say. Let's continue.
We just can't figure out why there's two Chris's, okay? We talked about that last night.
Yes.
We just can't figure it out. There's a Chris, okay? If somebody asked me my kid's child routine, I would say, I don't know, go ask their mom. That's the truth, right? And so it is very surprising to me, and it warms my heart that you're the type of dad who can pack a bag in the morning and you know just what to put in there, and you know just what to put in there as a backup in case they have an accident, okay? You know what the clothes to put in there, you know what they have for breakfast, you know what they have for a snack and a dinner and a nighttime snack. You can tell me the book you read to your daughters, okay? I know you love them. And you're not faking that, are you? It's real, okay? There's a lot of guys who come in here and try to tell me that, and I know they're lying, okay? Because they can't answer those questions that you can answer, okay? But you are here today lying about something else. So we need to talk about that, okay?
I cheated on her.
I know. And this is very good. Keep
I'm not proud of it. I don't think anything like that could happen. I don't think I'd ever do it, but I did.
I know. Keep going.
And she accused me of it. I denied it. I cheated on her, and I feel horrible for it. Like, she was pregnant, and it was, I don't want to, I didn't hurt her. I cheated on her. I hurt her emotionally. I cheated on her. And
He's so absolutely stupid, right? He's just dumb. So he just admitted that he cheated on Shanann. And then he says, she accused me of it. I denied it. I cheated on her. She was pregnant, but I didn't hurt her. I mean, I hurt her emotionally. I cheated on her, but I didn't do anything to her. He just said that Shanann asked him if he was cheating and he said no. So then how could he hurt her emotionally if she didn't know that he was cheating? But then he says, oh, I did cheat on her and I hurt her, but only emotionally. Again, it's a contradiction, right? It's a huge contradiction because he's claiming that she didn't know. So if she didn't know, then she can't be hurt by it. But then he's saying, well, I did. I hurt her emotionally. And that is only because he knows that he failed the polygraph. And so he thinks that the way that he can get out of it is by saying, "Oh, well, when you were asking me the questions about did you hurt your wife, I was thinking, yes, I did harm her emotionally, though." Right? That is his way of using that as an excuse. He thinks that he can just say that and they're going to think, "Oh, okay, that's why that's why you failed the polygraph. It's not because you actually hurt her physically. It's because you hurt her emotionally." But again, they're not stupid, right? CBI agent Tammy Lee and FBI agent Graham Coder are not stupid. They know how the polygraph works. They know that he's contradicting himself, right? They're able to pick this up because they're not Kevin Kovac. And so I think it's so stupid, again, that he uses that as a way to get out of the lies that he just told and to get out of miserably failing of the polygraph. So again, it's so ridiculous, right? A huge contradiction. Yeah, they knew at the time. Yeah, Chris Watts was still wanting to project his image. Yeah, even Coder. Yeah, even to Coder and Tammy Lee. Exactly. Yes, so he can backtrack. Yep. Yeah, so he hurt her emotionally, gaslighting, cheating, lying, ignoring, and killing the girls. Exactly. Exactly. All the things that he has actually done, he's telling them that he did, but he will not admit to actually hurting his wife physically, even though he just said that she was pregnant. Oh my God. Idiot. Let's continue.
I feel absolutely horrible about this, but that's what I've been holding. I think that when I didn't go to the Rocky game, I was with her.
Okay.
I went to dinner with her.
Okay. Keep going.
Keep going.
That 5 weeks I was alone, I was with her most of the time.
Okay. You're doing a good job. This is the Chris that I knew would come out today. This is the Chris who tells the truth because you're a truth teller.
He's
I'm
not.
gonna say I fell out of love because I fell in love with her.
Absolutely.
Okay? I mean, that's God's honest truth.
Okay.
God
Who is
honest
her?
truth.
So I don't want to get her involved.
He has the audacity to say, "This is the God honest truth." He lies constantly, so nothing he says is the God honest truth. It's all a lie, right? He even said, "I promise." Well, you're breaking your promises because he's lying, right? So none of those words mean anything to us. We don't care that he's reading the Bible, that he's saying that this is the God honest truth, because we know that he uses those words to gaslight people. He knows that other people actually care about those words, right? Other people with morals will say this is the God honest truth, and they say it because they mean it, because they have an actual moral compass. This guy doesn't. He uses those words because he knows that other people care about them. He doesn't, though. And this is the thing that I just cannot stand about this family in particular, especially Chris, is that he uses religion as a way to pull at people's heartstrings. It is so fucked up, right? It's just so messed up to be able to use things that other people use as a moral compass or as a way of connecting with other people. And he uses it for his own benefit. And it's just so disgusting and hypocritical. And I can't stand it. But you guys let me know. It is just one of the things that really irks me. I can't stand it when people say those things because they know that they're just using it to pull at people's heartstrings. And it's just so messed up. Let's continue.
I cheated on her, and I feel horrible for it. Like, she was pregnant, and it was, I don't want to, I didn't hurt her. I cheated on her, I hurt her emotionally. I cheated on her. And I feel absolutely horrible about this, but that's what I've been holding. I think that when I didn't go to the Rocky game, I was with her.
Okay.
I went to dinner with her.
Okay. Keep going.
That 5 weeks I was alone, I was with her most of the time.
Okay. You're doing a good job. This is the Chris that I knew would come out today. This is the Chris who tells the truth because you're a truth teller.
I'm gonna tell you I fell out of love because I fell in love with her.
Absolutely.
Okay? I mean, that's God's honest truth.
Okay. Who is her?
So I don't want to get her involved in this. I don't want to ruin her life. Like, if something like this, I don't want her involved in this.
Okay. So can we talk about that a little bit?
Yes.
He says, "I don't want her involved in this. I don't wanna ruin her life." Something like this. I don't wanna ruin her life. Something like what, Chris? What do you mean? What do you mean you don't want to ruin her life? If she's just a mistress and this woman knew nothing about your marriage or that you were gonna kill your family, why are you worried about ruining her life, Chris? Right? What an interesting thing to say. Ruin your life, right? He's already saying that if he brings Nicole Kessinger into this, he's going to ruin her life. Exactly, Molly McMom. Very similar to Nicole Kessinger saying, "Leave Jem alone. I don't want him involved in this." What is this, right? They both use that same word, this. This means the murders, right? Quadruple homicide. And that's what Chris is wanting to say. He's like, I don't want her involved in this quadruple homicide. I don't want to ruin her life. Something like a quadruple homicide would ruin her life. But if she wasn't involved, then why would he ruin her life, right? Because I wonder, did Scott Peterson say that about Amber Fry? Did he say, I don't want to ruin her life? No, he didn't, because she didn't know anything that was going on. She was completely innocent of the entire thing. In this particular case, right, we hear Chris say nothing like that. He says the opposite. I don't want to ruin her life. Why would he ruin her life? Interesting, right? Oh my God, let's continue.
I knew that you would say you didn't want to get her involved.
But just because
Because you'd like to take care of people.
she's a wonderful person. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, she knew I was married, yes. And I told her we were going through issues, yes.
Yes.
And I told her that, we were gonna get, at the end, like, you're gonna get separated. Like, once I figured out what that was, I didn't know what that was gonna be.
I know.
I had no idea. I like, I saw her, took my breath away, and I'd never thought in a million years that could happen.
I know.
I don't even think I'm a figure, but like, it was, I never felt that way about anybody in my lifetime.
Mhm. Chris, that's not your fault.
He thinks that is an acceptable excuse? I saw her, took my breath away. I've never felt this way about anybody before. What about your wife, scumbag? What about her? The guy is saying that he saw Nicole Kessinger and she took his breath away. He took, or she, right? She took his breath away, right? He saw Nicole Kessinger. She took my breath away. Mm. Mm. Okay. Let's continue with some more photos of the breaths that were taken away. Wow. Right. He saw her and she took my breath away. Is that really true? Do we believe that he just saw her and my breath has been taken away? No, no, no. I don't think that she took his breath away. I think that she inserted himself into his life and then he became obsessed with her, right? I think that she sent all of those little emails first, right? Excuse me, gentlemen. It is me, Nikki Kessinger. If you guys want free gift cards, please send me the best photo of yourself. Send me your best selfie, right? Right. And then eventually, Chris is the one that took the bait, right? The only idiot in the room that took the bait. And then he started liking her. I really don't think that he fell in love with her. It was love at first sight. I saw her. She took my breath away. I don't think so, right? I don't think so. And again, I'm not saying this because Nicole Kessinger is not someone who would take someone's breath away, even though I still don't think that she would. But I just don't see it, right? I just don't see it. It's very juvenile, right? It sounds very teenager like. That's something that a teenager would say, all right? I don't know. Am I am I just too jaded? Like I don't see people and they're like, "Oh, you take my breath away," right? No, I got to get to know someone first. Your looks or whatever. What's on the inside? What are you like personally, right? What's your personality like? Are you shitty? Are you narcissistic? Are you selfish? Are you egotistical? Like those are the things that would make me, like I would, my breath would be taken away if someone's really really sweet and nice. the looks to me is just like, I don't know, whatever. But that's just me. Maybe to him, maybe, who knows? I don't know. What do we think? What do we think? I'm gonna ask you guys. I think this is a good question to ask the chat. What do you think? Do you guys really think that his breath was taken away because of her looks, right? She's a looker. I mean, I'm gonna say she's not a boogawolf, right? She's not like, she doesn't look like a foot with fungus, right? She's not hideous. But if we're gonna compare people, I mean, his wife, she had the looks and she had the personality, she had the cooking skills, right? All the things that he would want in a woman, right? Especially as as sexist as he is. And, like, oh, like, it's because she's a woman, right? All the things that he would want, Shanann had. But I don't know, right? Again, I don't know. Is it that Nicole Kessinger just wanted to do the things that he liked, right? Is it that, oh, she's very, tomboyish. She's pretty and she dresses like a girl, but she likes to do boy stuff, right? Was it that? Like, I do wonder, like, what was it? I'm gonna ask you guys. She's kind of a butterface. Oh my god. Oh my god. You see, I'm really here. Oh, what? A booga wolf. That's what I came up with. Booga wolf. um but yeah, right, she doesn't look like a foot. I don't know, you guys let me know. Some of you guys are like, I don't know, she's ugly. So you guys let me know. Hey, I'm still trying to give this woman the benefit of the doubt, right? I still at times I'm still kind of like, I don't know, right? But hey, all of the evidence points everywhere, right, to her 100%. All right, so I'm gonna ask you guys this question. Do you guys really think that his breath was taken away? Or was it that Nicole Kessinger inserted herself into his life, and then he became I don't know, entranced by her, right? Like he's like, "Oh my god, someone's actually showing me attention." I think that's what got him to like her. Not really the looks or, "Oh, she took my breath away," but that's a question for you guys. Okay, so do we really think NK took Twats's breath away? And then it's gonna be yes, it's gonna be at first sight. And no, she inserted herself. And the third option, I don't know, what should be the third option? Um, Not sure, right? Whatever, not sure. All right, let's go ahead and start this poll. I just want to see what you guys think. Inserted, yes, literally. Yes. She literally inserted herself. It was lust. Yes. Yep. The giggle took his breath away. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Let's see. I don't even know where I got that term from. Oh, it's a booger wolf. I'm like, where did I get that word from? I've heard it somewhere. Probably one of my friends used it. So a booger wolf or booger wolf is a slang term famously popularized on a television. Oh, reality television to describe someone who is considered very ugly, nasty, or unkempt. What show is it? Oh, The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Okay. Hey, we learn something new every day. So booger on a wolf, a booger wolf. Okay. Hey, we learn something new every day. Now you guys have a new word, a booger wolf. Or butterface, whatever. Third option, a woman pursuing them. Okay, yes. All right, yeah, thank you. Thank you for that, Jerry. See, I couldn't think of a third option. I usually can't. I never have a third option. Whomever said that the back door took his breath away nailed it. That should have been on the poll. Yes. Yes. Yeah, he got his back door nailed and it took his breath away, literally. Oh man, yeah, that should have been the third option. Dang. All right, next time, guys. Next time. All right, let's continue.
No, I'm,
That's how that
no,
happens.
no, I'm just,
Well,
I'm,
can we do this? I know you wanna take care of her, it's because you're the type of guy that takes care of women. It is. You took care of your wife, you took care of your daughters, you were very good at taking care of her, and you wanna take care of her. So can we make a deal? I don't think this girl did anything to hurt anybody, but I can't walk out of here wondering. So, can we leave her out of it?
Okay.
Get back to your wife and your daughters.
okay.
Where are they?
That I do not know.
Oh my God. So he's okay with Graham Coder changing the subject as long as they're not bringing in Nicole into the picture, right? Graham Coder just said, I don't think that this girl did anything to harm your family, which, of course, I don't think so, right? I do think that she did a lot for Chris to harm his family. But the minute that he said that, and he said, all right, let's move on. Let's not talk about Nicole. Let's talk about the other thing. And Chris is like, okay, okay. Okay, let's talk about anything except Nikki. Again, who did the same thing? Nicole Kessinger, right? With her friend Jimothy. Oh, leave Jim alone, please. I don't want him involved in this. What is this? You mean the quadruple homicide? They can't even say what it is. Oh my God, let's continue.
That was what I was holding back. Like, I didn't know, like, what I did. I know.
Chris, in the interview today, you weren't asked about infidelity. You were asked about,
I was holding back from last night.
that's
When you
what you
talked-
feel today.
That's not how that works. You would have reactions to every single question, not just the ones that we talked about being important.
Like the ones you wanted me to lie about, like, is that what you're talking about?
No, the ones about her disappearance and knowing where she's at and about seeing her last.
I was not lying about those things. So,
Can I tell you what I think?
Yes.
Okay. So, going into that interview today with Tammy, where we strapped you in, we knew all about Nikki. Okay? All about her. And
Look at his
you're doing
head.
a very good job right now, because you didn't have to tell us about it, but you did.
Wow. Graham Coder just told him, yeah, we knew about Nikki before we even strapped you in. And Chris is like, dang. Right. I really wish we weren't looking at the back of his head. Why aren't we staring at his face? This is the only thing that I regret about this entire interview is that the way that they seated each other. Because if this was going to be presented at trial, they needed to seat him here so that we can see his face, so that the jury can see his face every time that he's lying. Yet we're seeing the back of his skull. Why?
I couldn't hold that in anymore.
Thank you.
We could see it on your chest.
I can't
and your eyes.
Mucho thirst.
Okay. Here's the challenge that we have. We knew about Nikki, and so we didn't need to ask you about her in the polygraph. We just didn't need to, because we knew, okay? And so that's
Yes, Boops. Oh my God, yes. He dropped the name Nikki like a nuclear bomb. Exactly. He only brought up a mistress, right? He's like, oh yeah, I cheated on her. I don't want her involved. I don't want to bring her into this. And then he's like, well, we already know about Nikki Lee Kessinger. 30 years old, born July 3rd. Yeah, her number is 720, blah, 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 blah. I already know you guys went to the sand dunes, right? He's giving him all the information about her. And you can tell Chris is like, oh, shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's Nikki. Right? Wow.
why we didn't ask you, because we already knew the answer, okay? We're very, very worried about your daughters and your wife.
I am too.
Okay? So can I tell you maybe, based on the people that I've talked to, and Tammy's talked to, based on all the investigations we've done, based on your cell phone, both your cell phones, your wife's cell phone, Nikki's cell phone, okay? Based on talking with family members and friends, and based on talking with everyone, here's what we know, okay? And I'm not gonna lie to you right now, here's what we know, okay? Chris is a good man. Everyone said it. Okay, I'm not just telling you that because I, want to blow smoke here. You're a good man, okay? Nobody can fake answers about packing a backpack. Nobody. You either pack a backpack for your kids or you don't, okay? This should have been the happiest time of your marriage. Okay? You and
Yep.
Shanann. This should have been the happiest time. She's making a little money, she's making good money. You're making great money, you both have a job, you have beautiful kids, you have a beautiful house, you're in Colorado, clean air, good people. Okay? And on top of that, you look pretty good now. You're pretty fit. Okay? This should have been the time in your marriage where you guys were happy and thriving and productive. Okay? And I believe that Shanann's the reason none of that happened. I believe that she's a controlling person. Maybe doesn't listen to you as much as she should. I think that she can do whatever she wants and you can't. Okay?
Wow.
I think if you were to go to a restaurant, she would order whatever the hell she wants.
Yep. See, I love that they're stroking his ego right now. Oh my God, Chris. There is no other father like you. You're the one that put everything together for your daughters. You knew what to pack. You packed their lunch, you packed their clothes. Not because of him, right? I don't think it's because he took initiative and did the things because he loved his children. He did those things because Shanann asked him to, because she required him to. But I love that Graham Coder is using those things to stroke his fragile little ego. Oh, Chris, you're such a good dad. Oh, you're such a truth teller, right? And Chris is like, mm-hmm. That I is. Mm-hmm. Right. He's so stunted, right? Chris is just so emotionally and mentally stunted that he's just like, mm-hmm. I is though. Oh my God.
And as soon as you order a nice steak, she says, whoa, buddy. Okay? A woman that lets her man do all of the backpack packing and all of the cooking.
I'll do all the cooking, but like she cooks like I do like some things here and there.
Yeah, that's a very good yes. That's a very good point there, Dave. Yeah, Graham said that they were making good money. Yeah. And see, this is the thing, right? Is they're both using what they think that they know about them, right? About the marriage. They're seeing the house, they're seeing the both of them have jobs, right? But they don't really know what's going on financially, right? They don't know, or I don't know, do they? Do they know at this point that they're heading towards their second bankruptcy, that the MLM that Shanann was working for was actually not making money, and that Chris alone was also not making enough money to be able to deal with everything that was going on financially. But he is using that as a way to get Chris to say something, right? If he's able to say that, maybe Chris is going to be like, oh, actually, no, she wasn't making money, right? I think that this is what the plan is. Because, and the only reason I say that is because Graham Coder is now talking about Shanann being bossy, right? He's trying to push something out of Chris, right? He's like, tell me something that you hate about your wife, as a way of getting him to speak, right? Tell us the truth, Chris. There's something that happened between you and your wife that you definitely did not like. And so I think that's what he's really trying to get at, right? He's like, oh, Shanann, every time you guys went out to the restaurant, she's the one who ordered, right? She was so bossy. And I think that this was a perfect strategy, because as we know, it turns out Chris ended up confessing to something, even though it was a lie, but he ended up confessing to a murder because they needed to hold him for something. I will say there are a lot of, I've read a lot of comments specifically about this part, and a lot of people don't like that Tammy, people say, oh, they were bashing Shanann. They're blaming it on her. And I get that, right? I do get it. But I will say, I think that it was their strategy, right? We can't fault the detectives for saying these things about Shanann. It's not that they meant it, it's that they were trying to get something out of Chris, right? I mean, if I was a detective, I would probably do the same thing. I would be like, hey, was it your wife? Did she do something, right? Just to try and get him to say something. He's never going to take blame for himself, he's never going to take accountability. But he's the type of guy that will blame someone else for the things that he did. And that's exactly what he did. So I will say, it is very hard to listen to, because of course what we know. And yes, and yeah, they call her Shannon. But it's just part of the strategy, right? That's what they had to do to hold him for something. Otherwise, they would have had to let him go, right? They would have let him go for the night. He would have gone back home. Who knows? Probably talked to Nicole Kassinger. Who knows, right? But they needed to hold him for something and arrest him that night. So I don't know, right? We can sit here and debate whether it was a good thing or not. I don't know. I still think it would have been better if we went to a trial. But hey, it is what it is at this point. We can't turn back time. All we can do is keep talking about the case and keep hoping that Nicole Kessinger gets investigated, right? That's the best that we can hope for at this point. Let's continue.
Okay. That's because you're a good person, and I think that she started on the path to leave the marriage. Okay. It's ironic that we're talking about you and Nikki. I think that she was the one who started on that path first. What do you think about that?
Yeah, you see that strategy there? I like I just threw water all over my face. JJ, thank you so much. I saw that and I'm like, "Oh, I need to call it out," and I completely forgot. Thank you so much. From Timmy, Timmy Trifle, Timmy Trifle. Aw, thank you so much, JJ. Thank you. I appreciate the super chat. Let's celebrate the super chat. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, so now Graham Coder is like, yeah, what do you think about that? Right? He's asking about Shanann again, right? Asking, is it her? Right? Was it her fault? Tell me something. You must hate her, don't you? To see if Chris will finally use his skull and say some truth.
I wouldn't have thought about
Okay. And the other thing I think is interesting is, even though she is that type of person that's controlling, doesn't listen, does what she wants, is walking away from her kids, here you are defending her. Because to your core, you want to take care of the people you love. Okay. And that's the reason why we want to give you an opportunity today to just help us find them. Okay? Will you do that for us?
it. I'll do whatever I can to help find where they're at.
Okay. So when she asked you, do you know where they are, or are you going to tell the truth about where they are, you failed miserably.
Okay.
Why?
Hmm.
I'm a nervous person. Like every question I ask, every question, it felt like I wouldn't say the right thing.
That's not how
come
polygraph
on.
works.
I don't know like what it reads like. I know she was saying about autonomy of the process, but like I don't know where they're at.
I'm a nervous person, he says. When asked, why did you fail the part where you are asked what happened to your family? He says, I'm a nervous person. It's just every single question that they ask, I'm just super nervous. Yeah, that's not how the polygraph works, Chris. They're not testing your nervousness. They're not testing how much you're sweating from your fingertip. They're testing whether or not you are being deceptive. That's what they're testing. But he's saying, I'm just nervous. That's why I failed it. As if they don't know how polygraphs work. Thank you so much, Angela. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you so much. Celebrate. Love you, Roxy, and our Twatter family. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. L Holt. Yes, right. This is I love that you asked this question. So, what does it have to do with a quadruple murder, right? Chris wanted another kid. Why have another kid if you are in a bad way financially? Exactly. I always ask this question, right? Because I don't know, there's this weird incessant need to talk about Shanann and her MLM and the finances when it's irrelevant. If it were relevant, we would be talking about it, right? I would be the first person to talk about it. If Chris Watts didn't have a mistress at all, right? If there was no Nicole Kessinger, if she didn't exist, and then he murdered his family, and we have all of this evidence that he's such a great dad and whatnot, and he didn't have a mistress, then yes, right? I think that the finances would be fair game because why did this guy murder his family? He doesn't even have a mistress. But when we look at the case very closely, it's irrelevant to talk about the finances because he was okay with being broke. until a mistress showed up. So it was the mistress, right? It was the mistress. I'm so glad you brought that up because again, why would he be okay with having another child, right? Another mouth to feed if he's caring about his finances, right? If he's so stressed, like, "Oh my god, I'm so broke." Why would he then ask for another family member? Oh, let's bring another child, another expense into our already very, dire financial straits that we're in, right? It just makes no sense. So, that's why I don't talk about finances. Right? I'm just always accused of being of whitewashing. I guess people accuse me of whitewashing Shanann. I'm not saying that she's perfect. I've never even claimed that Shanann was a perfect angel. No one is, right? We're all human. No one is a perfect angel except for the actual babies, right? Bella, Cece, and Nico because they're children, right? I'm not saying that she was perfect. But there's no need to bring up the finances when the evidence shows that the finances are not what led to the murders. The finances had nothing to do with it because he was okay being broke for another 18 plus years by bringing Nico, right? Another child into the world. So, yeah. I just wanted to say that. So thank you so much for bringing that up. It's just one of the things that kind of it does irk me when people are like, "Why don't we talk about her finances?" Well, it's because it's not relevant, right? They were broke already. Do I agree with the way that she managed money? No, right? I'm not saying that she's perfect, right? She's like, "Oh my god, she knew how to manage her finances so well. Oh my wow, she should have been a financial advisor." No, I'm not saying that at all. I disagree with a lot of things that Shanann did. But what's the point of talking about it when she's not here to defend herself, right? If she were here, then yes, we would be talking about it. I could definitely say things about the way that she managed her finances, but I'm not going to because I'm not going to talk shit about a woman who is not here to defend herself, to tell me, hey, don't be telling me how to manage my finances, okay? And I'll be like, hey, girl, okay. I know you're right. Hey, I don't agree with how much money you're spending on the gender reveal party, right? But hey, it's your life at the end of the day. But I don't agree with it, friend. Right? That's how I would talk to her if she was a friend of mine. If she, I talk like that to a lot of my friends. Do I think gender reveal parties are fun? No, I think they're absolutely stupid. But who am I to talk shit about someone who isn't here to defend herself, right? So that's the one thing. It just gets me every single time where people are like, "You just whitewash and you say all these amazing things about her. She wasn't that amazing." And it's like, what's the point though? What do we gain out of saying these things about Shanann? It is not even relevant to the case. So why are we talking about her? Right? That's the one thing I just don't get it. But anyway. Oh, right. Exactly, Boops. And the thing is, yeah, we can definitely bring up the MLMs. We can talk about them. I've talked about them before, right? I've talked about certain things that I didn't agree with, right? Some things I'm like, I don't know, she did spend a lot of money on the gender reveal. I wouldn't have. But hey, right? She was spending money. Again, it didn't matter to Chris, though. He was okay with it. So I'm not going to criticize what a murdered woman did when she was alive because it's not relevant to the case. So I think we can definitely move on from the finances. If we want to look into MLMs, whether they're evil or not, I'm down. We can look into that all day, every day. But trying to bring in some blame, because the thing that happens is even if we are just innocently, right, just innocently looking into the MLM, it still ties it back to her, right? We're still, in a way, saying that she still was, in a way, at fault for what happened to her by saying, well, she kind of drove him to do it because of the way that she managed her finances. That is a form of victim blaming, even if you're not directly blaming her for that. Saying that the way that she managed her finances led to her murder is victim blaming, right? It still goes back to it. And so it's just something I don't do because, again, she's not here to defend herself. She's not here to tell us, hey, well, the reason I spent $500 on this gender reveal party was because I wanted to make Chris happy. She's not here to tell us that. So there's no point in talking about it. But anyway, like I said, we can definitely talk about it as long as we're not blaming and we're not indirectly saying that she somehow she was somehow responsible for it. It's just, I'm not okay with it. And I'm not okay with blaming any victim, right? There's on my channel, just no victim blaming whatsoever. We can talk about it, just no victim blaming. All right. Anyway, let's continue.
Chris, right now your dad's outside. He flew across the country to help you. Okay? You're lying to him. You're lied to everyone you talk to. And they all bought it.
Yeah.
Will you please help us find your babies?
I want to find them. I've told you over and over, I want to find everyone.
Can we go back to that night?
Yeah.
You know that we have texts. And we know that there's an Alexa in your house.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that those are trained to record distress.
Okay.
You know that we know the content of Nikki's text messages and your text messages and Shanann's text messages. Okay?
I didn't know you knew where Nikki was until right now, so.
Okay.
Dave.
Tell us about that night again. And please tell the truth as well.
Dave, I want to see his face right now so badly. What a with that done look. Oh, Dave, you and I and everyone in this chat, right? We all wish we can look at his stupid face right now, right? Because he's probably like this. With just one spinning eyeball. But we can't see it because we're just looking at the back of his dome. It's so terrible. I can't. I really wish he was sitting here. Anyway, let's continue.
I told you the truth. I promise I've told you the truth. Like, I woke up at 4 o'clock. I woke up at 4 o'clock. Got dressed, got ready. 4:15, me and Shanann talked. About the house, about separation.
Did you guys talk about Nikki?
She accused me of like, all right, well, you know, is there somebody else?
Sure.
I didn't say.
You denied it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because she brought up like, you know, like, well, was there a $68 charge on dinner the other night?
Okay.
Was there 2 of you?
And that was with 2 of you, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
That's Nikki.
Okay, so it sounds like at that time there was maybe you weren't quite ready to just say,
I-
hey, this is
I-
everything.
I couldn't say it.
Okay.
Ugh.
We were already crying hard enough. I couldn't say that.
Okay. What did she say?
I just told her like, this separation has to go. I want separation.
Okay. Was it her idea to sell the house or yours?
She initiated the realtor the week before in an email
Why?
because we were talking about the marital issues. She's like, well, you can't afford to live on her own. Well, she can't afford to live on her own, and I can't afford to live on my own. So she was
What?
like, you need to just contact Van and see.
Oh my God. Those are Nicole Kessinger's words, guys. Is it not? What he just said. Oh my God. Okay, question number 2. Let's go ahead and end the other poll. I want to see what you guys think about that. Those were Nicole Kessinger's words? Oh, I can't afford to live by myself. She can't afford to live by herself. So she initiated the realtor. Bullshit. Chris was lying to Shanann, telling her, hey, we should move to Brighton because it's cheaper. And Shanann was under the impression that they were going to move out together, right, to Brighton so that they can live in a cheaper place. Shanann was doing everything in her power to keep this potato head happy, giving him a baby. Okay, let's move to Brighton. Okay, what else do you want to sell? Where do you want to move, Chris? I'll do whatever to make you happy. Yet Chris is saying now that Shanann initiated the realtor because of the marital issues. Again, that is bullshit. That is literally what Nicole Kessinger told Kevin Kovac in her interview. She's the one who's saying, yeah, I was helping Chris find an apartment because it's so expensive. I even told him, yeah, dude. Yeah, man. You can get houses. You didn't know you can rent a house. Yeah, three car garage. Yeah, for me. Yeah, this sounds exactly like something Nicole Kessinger would say. So the question to you guys, next question. Okay, so we definitely think that Nicole Kessinger inserted herself, right? And that's why Chris fell in love with her. It's not because of the, oh, she took my breath away. All right, with this here, exactly, Jerry, exactly. He's reading from the script. So the question is going to be, I don't even know what the question is. Do we think that he actually came up with this or was this Nicole Kessinger? The question is, was he reading from the script? That's going to be the question. All right. So was he remembering the script? Okay. And this is regarding the part where he just said that they're moving out because it's cheaper if they move or if they move out because they can't afford to live here alone by themselves, right? So was he remembering the script when talking about moving? Okay. Let me just okay, there we go. All right. So was he remembering the script and talking about moving? So the first one's gonna be yes, right? So yes, NK told him about moving out, right? That's what I think because it sounds very scripted. No, Shanann really initiated, right? Which was come on, like Shanann really wanted a separation, which is I'm not even gonna put that in there because I don't know or whatever maybe really wanted to move out. Um, and then the other one is going to be no. Chris came up with the idea, right? Which, of course, I don't think so. No, Chris came up with the idea. Okay, let's go ahead and start the poll. This is crazy. This is almost word for word scripted what Nicole Kessinger was saying. That is insane. Holy shit. Boops. Yeah, think about the timing here. Chris talked to Anne the night before, and she was still a secret. And here Coder says, we have Nikki's texts. Yes. Oh my God. Oh shit. I mean, yeah, even when we look at the timing, that 111-minute call is the key to all of this. Exactly, Dave. Yeah, right. The one thing that she doesn't remember. I don't remember. I talked to him for 111 minutes. Oh, it was just, it's probably not even relevant to the case, she says. How is it not relevant? You talked for an entire 111 minutes the night before the murders, and it's not relevant? Come on. No, Chris Watts came up with a simple original thought. Exactly. He can't even come up with his own hobbies. Right? He's like, I don't know. My favorite color is beige because it's my daddy's favorite color, right? It's Ronnie's favorite color. Actually, no, Ronnie's favorite color is white. Cocaine white. So if anything, yeah, it's probably Chris's favorite color is the only thing that is original to him. Beige. Tan. Oh my God. Oh wow. I can never do MLMs. MLMs are the worst. I had a friend who was in an MLM for a long time. Oh my gosh. I told her and I warned her every single day. I'm like, you're losing money, right? This is a scam. You're getting scammed out of money, right? And she's like, no, it's okay. It's great. Well, she ended up learning. She learned the hard way when she ended up running out of money. Yeah. Yeah, it is. God, MLMs are so scammy. 111 minutes of Twister. I don't think he can handle it, Eric. He can handle maybe 1 minute, right? 111 minute or 111 seconds, maybe? What is that? What is 111 seconds? Maybe? I don't think he can handle more than that. Bikini brown. Yes. Oh man. Okay. Was he remembering the script? Yes. 91%. Yes. NK told him about moving out. 9% said no, Shanann really wanted to move. Okay. And then 0%, no, Chris came up with the idea. Yeah, see, no one thinks that Chris came up with any ideas because he can't. He doesn't have the brain capacity to. All right. Yeah, I love this. I love these polls. I love to see what you guys think. All right, let's continue.
Who'd you contact?
Well, she contacted Ann, our realtor.
Ann?
Yeah.
Okay. Would Ann say the same thing, that your wife initiated the contact? Okay.
She would. And then on Monday, I texted her to see if she could, what she could do.
Okay.
And that's in there too. You probably already knew that.
Tell me about the pregnancy. Was that your idea or hers?
She said she was about 80-20. Well, I went into the pros and cons of it. Like after she got pregnant, she told everybody that it was mainly my idea.
Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted a boy.
Did you want to get pregnant?
Hmm?
Okay.
And then after the fact, she said it was mainly.
Wow. He's even trying to downplay the fact that he's the one who wanted Shanann to get pregnant. Did we all hear that? He's like, well, after the fact, I guess she told everybody that it was my idea. And then when challenged on it, when Graham Coder asked him, okay, so was it your idea? He's like, meh. He goes, I wanted a boy, he says. So he doesn't even answer the question. He doesn't say, yes, it was my idea because I'm the one who wanted a boy. I was selfish. I'm the one who was okay with putting us in even more dire straits, right, financially, because I'm the one who wanted a boy, because I wanted something. I wanted a brand new shiny toy. But he won't say that. He's not going to admit that he's the one who wanted the baby. All he says is, I wanted a boy. Oh my God. I really wish we can see his face. Oh God. Let's go ahead and see this again.
Ann?
Yeah.
Okay. Would Ann say the same thing, that your wife initiated the contact?
Yeah.
Okay.
She would. And then on Monday, I texted her to see if she could, what she could do.
Okay.
And that's in there too. You probably already knew that.
Tell me about the pregnancy. Was that your idea or hers?
She said she was about 80-20. Well, I went into the pros and cons of it.
You see, he didn't answer the question. So tell me about the pregnancy. Was that your idea or hers? The pros and cons. Answer the question. The pros and cons, he says. Let's go through the pros and cons. Pros, I get a boy. I get to hang out with someone that likes me and likes NASCAR. Cons, we're going to be broke. What are the other cons? Oh, yeah, more medical bills. What are the other cons? Oh, yeah, we have another mouth to feed. What are the other cons? Oh, yeah, we're headed towards our second bankruptcy, aren't we? That's fine, though. It's going to make me happy. Again, right? For everyone who still thinks that this is financial, right? Financial reasons, he was okay with going into more debt so that he can have what he wanted, right? A boy. He wanted a boy because he wanted to connect with someone other than his girls. He didn't want Shanann to be able to connect with the boy, right? That is what he wanted. So again, the cons would have been more broke, right? Less money, more financial issues. The cons for him would have been, I would connect with a boy. I can take him to NASCAR. I can take him to the drag races. We can go to the dunes. We can go camping together, right? All of the boy things that he wanted to do that Shanann was able to do with her girls, right? He was not able to have that type of connection with Bella and Cece because he didn't have that feminine, right, connection with them, right? If that's what we want to call it. They're girls. Oh, they're going to do girl things? I want a boy because I want to do boy things. And he won't answer the question.
Like after she got pregnant, she told everybody that it was mainly my idea.
Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted a boy.
Did you want to get pregnant?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted a boy. Then say yes, right? Just say yes. He won't though. He's saying that she told people that it was my idea. Then just say it. He won't even admit to that. That is so crazy. And you know why? Again, this is just my opinion. I think that the reason that he doesn't want to say that it was his idea is because when they find out that he murdered his pregnant wife in self-defense or whatever he wants to say, oh, I murdered her because I saw her killing my 2 daughters. Well, then what about the baby that you wanted, Chris? How much sense does it make to kill your wife because she killed your daughters, yet you're killing the wife that is carrying the baby that he wanted? So how is he going to be able to explain that? That's why he's saying, "Oh God, I guess yes, yes, I did. I wanted the baby." Again, he wanted to put it back on her. He wanted to say, "Oh no, she got pregnant and I didn't say yes. She didn't protect herself, right? I don't know what she's doing. She's probably just taking my little Magnum micros and she's doing something with it when I'm not looking or whatever, right?" He's trying to make it seem like, "Oh, it wasn't me." Again, why? Why do we think he's doing that? I think it's because he's trying to cover it up, right? Oh God, I just can't. Raven Angel, thank you so much. Aw, thank you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let's celebrate, Raven Angel. There's a text from Shanann to Cassie, I believe, that says that she told Chris to move out. He refused to tell her what was going on, so she was done. Oh, she wanted a divorce and she was going to sell the house. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, definitely at this time, Shanann was already suspecting things. I mean, even if we pull up the calendar, let's go ahead and pull up the calendar real quick. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. It just popped it up right real quick. Okay. Shanann began to suspect that something was up with Chris on the 10th of July. And then we see, even after that, right, she's kind of asking other questions. I think it was around here, right? Or maybe around here. Yeah, right here. Shanann mentions another girl, right? So Shanann is starting to suspect, and she's also feeling that Chris is not feeling it anymore. So yes, I think that to an extent, Shanann was also trying to figure it out, right? She's like, I don't know, like is Chris? He's a little wishy washy, right? He's hot and then he's cold, so I don't really know. Right. But hey, thank you for bringing that up because I mean, we still have to look through Cassie's text messages. And I think, yeah, yeah, thank you for bringing that up to be able to look at it, right, and see where Chris thought that he can get away with it. Because he also did tell Coder that Anne could vouch for him, right? He asked, "Hey, if we ask Anne, your realtor, if it was actually Shanann who initiated this, is she going to agree?" And Chris says, "Mm-hmm, yeah, she will." But it's because it's true, right? Shanann really did initiate the realtor talk, right? She's the one who initiated selling the house, but that's because she thought she was going to move to Brighton with Chris, right? Who knows though? Maybe at that point she's like, okay, maybe I can move to Brighton by myself. She's already weighing her options, how much money is this going to cost me? Things like that. So, hey, it's definitely worth looking into. So thank you. Thank you. See, these are the things I don't mind looking into those, right? As long as it's not victim blaming, right? I don't mind looking into it, right? If Shanann was really wanting to, figure out a way to, I don't know, like support herself, that's something that we can look into. And it doesn't lead to, blaming it on her, right? So I'm all down for that. So thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah, but they also had the couple that was planning to move in with them. Yes, when they were going to tell those poor people that they were selling. Yeah, the friends, right? Thank you, Boops. Thank you for bringing that up. Right? So there are a lot of, layers to this, right? There's also the family that was supposed to move in with them. So thank you for bringing that up too, Boops, because friends were supposed to move in. They were asking Chris actually on the same day that Shanann was missing. They were asking like, "Hey, is it cool? Is it cool with you guys if we, spend the night? We're going to be there, only a few weeks or something." And Chris is like, "Yeah, yeah, come over." Even though he's already planning on murdering his family, he knows that he's not going to live in that house anymore because he's selling it. So what was he going to tell his friends, right? That's crazy. There are a lot of layers going on all at the same time. None of those things were taken into consideration before he annihilated his family. That's, ooh, what an idiot. God, you guys are full of just great insight today. And always, I'm gonna say you guys always have great opinions. But I don't know, right? I think we're getting into I like this. I like this. I like debating. I like looking into things that we might not agree with. But yeah, you guys are bringing up a lot of interesting points today. So thank you. Let's continue.
Okay. And then after the fact, she said it was mainly me that wanted it, and she was about, she was 70-30 against it at that point. Like, she would tell her friends that.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what, 70-30 against it? Like, why?
Okay.
What?
Can you understand that some of this just doesn't make sense to us? Okay.
I know.
How is it possible that a woman and 2 kids are just completely gone off the face of the earth?
I promise you, I have nothing on my hands I did nothing to those kids or her
Those
to make
kids.
them vanish.
So tell me what happened then. I believe you that you did nothing on your hands. What happened?
He says, I have nothing on my hands except death, right? He murdered his whole family with his bare hands. And he has the audacity to say, I did nothing to them. I have nothing on my hands that made them vanish. He says, vanish. Who the fuck says vanish? 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 Who vanishes? No one just vanishes unless you're a superhero, right? Like, ugh. Vanish. Right? I like to just look up these words, right? Because I just want to find the actual definition of them. Vanish, to disappear suddenly or cease to exist, often in a mysterious way, right? Yeah. Oh, look, it's a stain remover, right? Vanish. Fishing line, vanish, right? But when you're looking at all the synonyms, disappear, fade away, dematerialize, right? Evaporate. That's what I think of when I think of vanish. Evaporate. No one just poof disappears, right? No one just vanishes. But it's crazy that he uses that term over and over and over again. He doesn't just say, "Oh, they disappeared." He says they vanished. And it makes a lot of sense, especially when we think about what he did to his children. It's hard to think about, but when you think about what he did to his children, he stuffed them into oil tanks. The crude oil was going to eventually strip away their flesh. They were actually going to vanish, right? The only person that was going to have a little harder trouble vanishing was going to be Shanann. But his 2 girls were actually about to vanish. That's fucked up. Oh my God. It's like he knows exactly what he was doing, right? He's like, if I put them in these oil tanks, they will actually vanish and disappear. They will never be found. I think that in his mind, the only mistake was not being able to get rid of Shanann in the same way that he got rid of his girls. Evil, scumbag, vile, disgusting. All the words for Chris Watts. We don't even have I wish I knew more languages to say more words about him in different languages. Let's continue.
When I left, I mean, it's on video that I left and I was in my truck. I didn't like load anything into my truck besides my tools, my container, my book bag, my water jug, my lunchbox.
Okay. But then what happened?
And then he is unknowingly giving us the truth. He's saying, I didn't do anything with my hands. I didn't load anything into my truck other than these things. It's like he's so stupid, right? Again, Chris Watts, he's really bad at lying. So he's telling the truth by not telling the truth, right? He's telling the truth by saying, these are not the things that I loaded. No. I did not load my dead wife into my truck that morning. No. I didn't load my live children into the truck. I didn't do anything with my hands. No one is even asking him, yet he is willingly giving up information that no one asked him about. Oh my God. Yes. Yes, if they were sedated first, would that make their deaths painless? Oh, that's my hope. Let's continue.
I drove out of the driveway.
No, before you drove out of the driveway. What happened with your wife and your kids?
I didn't do anything with them. They were still in the house.
Where are they? Where did they go?
I don't know, sir. I really don't know.
Your wife's not the type of person to vanish.
I know she's not.
She had 10 things on her schedule that meant she was going to be there the next day, that day, the day after that, with friends, with a doctor. Okay? She didn't leave because she wanted to.
Okay.
So what happened?
to her or the kids.
Was it an accident?
Who else whispers? Someone else does this when they don't want to answer questions. Nicole Kassinger. They're so identical. I wish that we can put both interviews side to side so that we can see exactly where they are almost the same, right? Where they are using the script, where they both lie and they go, oh, no. They lower their voice. The one thing that Chris doesn't do is, his inflections. He's not like, like Nicole Kassinger, but he definitely still, when he's lying terribly, he does, I didn't do anything to them. I really don't know where they're at. And Nicole Kassinger does the same. I really didn't know that he was still married. I thought that he was still getting divorced. Lies. Let's continue.
I didn't do anything.
Was it an accident?
There was no accident. I don't know if there was an accident in the house. I wasn't there for it.
It's a big deal if it's an accident, because we can work with that, Chris.
No,
And I
there's
think
no,
that's maybe what happened.
I did not cause an accident. I didn't do anything to my wife and kids.
Was it a misunderstanding?
There's no misunderstanding. Like, we had that talk. There was a misunderstanding where I didn't tell her about the affair.
Okay.
I didn't. That was the misunderstanding. Like,
Miscommunication,
Yeah,
misunderstanding.
yeah.
Good.
but I probably should have told her right then, honestly. I mean, everything was out on the table anyways.
Right.
I should have just told her right then. But I didn't, because I just couldn't bring myself to do it.
What was your plan? What were you gonna do? I mean, how was the separation gonna work?
Like, once we got separated, I would get my own place, and then 50-50 split with the kids, that's what I was hoping.
Mm-hmm.
I was
And what
hoping.
about Nikki?
Take it slow and just see if anything develops, like, when I'm, at my own place.
Huh?
Okay.
Huh? He's like, I was hoping that we would just split the kids 50-50. I was hoping something would happen. What? Oh, okay. Is he saying that he wished that he could split the babies 50-50, but maybe Nicole didn't want to? What do we think? What do we think? Again, he's a scumbag. I still don't think that he wanted to spend time with his children. But I think that the reason that he had to get rid of his children is because he heard another voice in his ear. I don't want to be a stepmom. I don't want to have to take care of kids that aren't mine, Chris. Excuse me? Hold on. Wait, what? You have the kids this week? Oh, hell no. So then I'm not going to hang out with you. You hang out with your kids, Chris. Don't talk to me when you're hanging out with your kids, okay? I don't even want a single text from you when you're hanging out with your kids. That's what I imagine that Nicole was telling him, right? Trying to make him feel guilty every time that he hung out with his kids. So she punished him by not talking to him when he hung out with his kids. So in a way, he ended up resenting them. Because when he hung out with his kids, Nicole would start fights with him. So then he would just feel that resentment, right? Like, oh, damn, I wouldn't be in a fight with Nicole right now if I didn't have to hang out with you guys. You guys let me know, though, what you think. But that's the way that I feel it. And of course, it was easy for him to do because he didn't care about them in the first place. If he actually loved his kids, no woman, okay, no, even the most beautiful, attractive, Miss Universe could not make a man annihilate his family or leave them if he actually cared about them. It's impossible. You can't, right? You can't. I can't just walk into an animal shelter and see a Maine Coon, right? Oh my God, it's so beautiful. And then just completely forget about my cats. I love my cats to death, right? I even have Mr. Butters tattooed on my arm for the rest of my life. I could never just stop loving my cats because there's a Maine Coon that is prettier. Come on. That's not how this shit works. Anyway, what do you guys think? Where are we at with the poll? was he remembering the script when he was talking about moving? 88% think yes, yes, Nicole told him about moving out. No, Shanae wanted to move. And then, oh, look at that, 4%. No, Chris came up with the idea. Oh, interesting. Okay. Hey, so people think that maybe his brain is maybe just a few ounces heavier. Hey, hey, if you think that Chris's brain is a little bit bigger, then hey, thank you. I mean, I do want to see an X-ray though of his brain or an MRI. It would be interesting, right? I think it would be interesting. Let's continue.
I just find it hard to hear you talk about just having this emotional, conversation with Shanann, and you're bawling and crying together, and you have not shed one tear in 2 days that you've been here. Not one. And help me understand that, because I don't get it. These are your baby girls, and you have not shed one tear over them not being around. Chris, I lose my 4-year-old in the store for 10 seconds, and I start to go panic. I have not seen any of that from you at all. Help me understand that.
I love those girls. I would never do anything just because I haven't shed a tear.
No, that's weird. Is that weird?
Don't look into that like I don't love my kids.
Tell
I love
me,
my wife.
explain to me. You're crying.
Don't look into that just because I haven't shed a tear. So ridiculous, isn't it, Gia? Gia's joining the conversation. She's like, wow, what an idiot. Forcing himself to cry all of a sudden. Again, he gets cues from people, right? He doesn't know how to come up with these things up, in his own brain. He doesn't have the capacity to come up with his own original idea. So then he has to rely on other people giving him ideas, right? So Tammy had to tell him, hey, the reason we find you suspicious is because you don't even cry. And then he's like, yeah, don't think of it just because I'm not crying. Right now he got the sniffles all of a sudden. Come on, really? What, you're gonna cry now just because someone mentioned it? Oh, you're not crying. Oh, yes, I am though. Do you still have some of that Diet Mountain Dew that I can just sprinkle in my eye real quick? I need a tear. Right? He's trying to force himself to shed a tear because he doesn't have any. He doesn't actually feel anything for his children. But she's giving him ideas. So now he's like, oh, oh, don't think that I don't miss them just because I haven't shed a tear. Look, I'm doing it right now. You believe me, right? Oh my God. I can't with this guy. I can't. Yeah, sniff, sniff. Exactly.
With your wife that you're leaving her,
Yeah.
but you don't cry that your 2 little baby girls.
I'm hoping they're still around somewhere. I'm hoping they're still somewhere.
Yeah, but you
alive.
don't have them right now. You're
I
not
know.
reading stories to them at night.
I know.
You're not giving them midnight snacks. You're not giving them their medicine. You're not waking up with them in the morning.
I know this.
So that should cause you pain.
It does cause me pain.
But I don't see that. I don't see that. I want to see the Chris that cares. I want to see the Chris that, feels bad about what he did and wants to, get this off his chest and be done with this. And let us find your little girls so that they're not out there in the middle of a field or whatever somewhere. Don't do that.
I love those girls to death.
Then show us that. Show us that. Show us this Chris, not this Chris.
I'm not showing you that. I'm showing you the Chris that cares about his girls and his wife. Just because I haven't shed a tear, it shouldn't make you feel like that the love isn't there for them.
It's weird. It doesn't make sense to me.
I understand that.
You have to.
I totally see where you're coming from. Trust me, there's nothing. Just because
Chris, people can be pushed to the point where they do something that they regret. It happens every single day.
I know.
But part of what makes you a man is the guy that goes, I really fucked up, but this is what I did, and I'm going to pay for what I did, and I'm going to tell you what I did, and I'm going to be honest about it.
Chris, we can keep.
Oh, man. Oh, I loved this interaction just now because, man, I think this is the first time that he feels the heat, right? He's feeling it from Tammy Lee. And I do love that it's the woman in this case, right? The way that they organized themselves, Graham Coder and Tammy Lee. Graham Coder made himself the good guy, right? He is the male figure that Chris has always wanted. His dad, right? Ronnie is his hero. He sees the male figure as a hero, right? That is what he wants. So he looks over to Graham Coder and he sees this is the good guy, right? So good cop, bad cop. But he looks over and he's like, "Oh, Graham, please help me," because it's Tammy Lee that is grilling him, right? He has this interesting dynamic with women and there's something weird about him. He really does struggle to push back when it comes to women. But here we see him acting, right? He's like, because he thinks that that's what Tammy Lee wants to see. At the same time, Tammy's like, "I'm not buying your bullshit, Chris. Where's your family? You're not crying. When I see my kid missing for 10 seconds, I'm going crazy looking for them. But what are you doing?" And he's like, at the same time, he's kind of looking over at Coder like, "Hey, can you please help me?" Right? That is what I loved about this interaction is that Chris has no choice but to be scolded by a woman in front of a man, right? In front of a man that he thinks is on his side. The person that is coddling him and stroking his ego is the male figure in this situation. And the one who is grilling him and making him uncomfortable is the female figure, right? The woman in this scenario. He's always had issues with women his whole life. And it is so great to see it play out when we see it in this setting, in this dynamic. It's very satisfying for me to watch, at least, because I love seeing him get grilled. I just wish that I can see his face, though. It's the only thing that I regret. I wish we can see his face. But you guys let me know. Um, uh, yes, no one has ever called him out for being fucking weird. Exactly. Exactly. No one has ever called him out. "Hey, that's kind of weird, right?" And he's like, "Oh, I know. I mean, I know where you're coming from. I haven't cried." I laugh. "I know where you're coming from, but I, I mean, I still miss them." And he's looking over at Graham. Oh my God. Now, let's go ahead and see the dynamics change, right? So he went from being grilled. Now he's going to turn over at Coder, right? The male figure in the room. And let's see how he acts, right? It's crazy.
Talking to you once we find these girls, okay? So once we find these girls and your wife, right? No matter how we find them, no matter what condition they're in, we can keep talking to you and you can tell us, "Guys, it's not as bad as it looks." And you can say, "Let me tell you what happened. I was never comfortable with you, Graham, or with you, Tam. I wasn't comfortable yet, but now that everything's known, now that the girls are found and Shanann's found, however they're found, it's okay. We can keep talking to you." Okay?
Chris, did Shanann do something to them?
No, I don't know.
You see that shit? Oh my God. We can't even make this up. This is crazy. It's like a 180. Coder is so sweet to him. "Hey, Chris, it's okay. We can find your family. Blah, blah, blah." And then Chris is like, "Yeah." And then Tammy comes in. "Where's your family, Chris?" He's like, "I don't know." It is a shift that happens in a second, right? It is so obvious, the shift. Wow. Let's go ahead and see that again. I just love it.
We can keep talking to you. Okay?
Chris, did Shanann do something to them?
No, I don't know.
I'm serious.
I have no clue.
No, you would have known, because they didn't leave the house.
Think when,
Did
what-
Shanann do something to them, and then did you feel like you had to do something to Shanann?
No, they were at the house when I left. They were there.
They weren't there. They didn't leave. They vanished.
They were
The
there.
only way they could have left is in your truck.
There's no way, because, like, I didn't just throw them in my truck. But they,
You know your truck has GPS,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Because you even told your boss, like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm going through separation, I'm maybe staying at a friend's house, whatever. You know that thing pings every 10 seconds?
Yep.
So we will know
You can't turn
exactly
it off.
I know.
And
where
your-
you went.
And your company's giving that to us.
I know.
Okay. Are we not asking the right questions, Chris?
You're asking all the questions.
What are we not asking you right? What are we doing wrong?
You're not doing anything wrong.
And Graham Coder is so amazing. I mean, they both are, right? Tammy Lee, I love Tammy Lee, but I love Graham Coder. He just stares at him, right? When Tammy is grilling him, he's analyzing him, right? He's studying him. He's not just staring, he is studying his movements, the way that he's telling the lies, the way that he does this, right? Chris brings his shoulders up and goes, right? He's definitely lying, but you can tell that he's also very uncomfortable that this woman is grilling him. When it goes to Graham Coder, he lowers his shoulders and he's just like, I'm not lying. Oh, but this and that. And then turns to Tammy and then his shoulders go up. And Graham is watching all of it. Right. He's even seeing the difference in, playing good cop and bad cop. He's seeing the way that Tammy is actually able to get more out of him than Graham is. Granted, with Graham, Graham has built a rapport with Chris, whereas Tammy seems more like the antagonist in this whole situation, right? She's very antagonistic. But she was way more efficient at getting Chris to go crazy, right? To get him to feel anxious, to get him to finally confess to something. So her strategy was way more effective, in my opinion, than Graham Coder. But together, the strategy was chef's kiss. Chef's fucking kiss. I loved the way that these two played with this idiot. Right, because oh my God. This is one of the best videos that I've ever seen where you have two people interrogating a suspect and they're just both on the same page. It is brilliant. Brilliant. Absolutely fucking brilliant. Oh my God. I love it. Wow. Yeah, let's go ahead. Here, I want to continue it just a little bit because God, it's so good. And we're gonna end the stream here in a little bit, but let's just continue for a few more minutes because I don't want to end it right here. It's so good.
Did Shanae do something?
If she did anything to these kids, we both love them with all our hearts. There's no way.
It could have been an accident. Something happened in the house that you know about. You failed the polygraph test, Chris. This is not about, did you leave and your wife vanished and you didn't know anything about it. That was not what you were asked, okay?
Okay.
We know that something happened to all three of them. But I want to know if something happened to these baby girls first that you had to take into your own hands and deal with.
You had to clean it up for Shanae.
Chris, you gotta tell us. There's something that happened to these baby girls.
His brain, it's thinking.
Look at them.
I know. Before you came in, I was watching videos.
I know. I was watching
We have
videos.
no doubt you love these girls with all of your heart. I have no doubt. But we make mistakes.
What the?
That's okay.
It's what we do with those mistakes that make us who we are.
Chris, it seems like you're thinking about her right now. What are you thinking about?
She couldn't have.
I feel like you cleaned up for her. I feel like that's the type of guy that you are. Which one of these has the breathing thing?
Well, they both have inhalers, but she has the EOE. Encephalitis esophagitis.
Did she have problems breathing?
Only like with her allergies and whatnot, like if she had anything next, but she was home with the endoscopies and everything and the surgeries I told you about.
Are we getting the feeling that Chris is defeated at this point, right? At this point, Tammy's like, okay, let me turn it down a notch, right? Just a little bit. She's definitely the bad cop still, but she's like, okay, hey, maybe your wife did something. Maybe you covered it up for her. That is when you start seeing Chris's brain, right? The very tiny one. And you start seeing that little circle, right, where it's loading. He's starting to get the idea. He's like, oh shit. I'm not gonna leave here today. Right? So he's feeling the pressure. He's stuck. He has another cop looking at him. And so at this point, he's giving up. And he's coming up with the idea that Tammy fed to him. Wow. Again, absolute idiot. He can't even come up with his own lies.
Do you think
Wow.
she,
Taylor's the CC has the EOE, encephalitis esophagitis.
did she have problems breathing?
Only like with her allergies and whatnot, like if she had anything next, but she was home with the endoscopies and everything and the surgeries I told you about.
Do you think she had trouble breathing that night? And Shanann freaked out? And didn't want to live without her baby girl?
I don't think so.
Did you hear about the homicide that happened in Aurora, where the guy beat that family to death with a ball-peen hammer? The only person that survived was a 3-year-old sibling. And that sibling grew up to be a total mess. No family, no mom and dad, no brother or sister, just sort of by herself. She says, I wish I would have died with them. And there are times that people freak out. I've seen it. I mean, I've been in law enforcement for almost 20 years. I've seen it. Parents freak out and they're like, oh my God, like, I can't have my baby girls live without each other. They're best friends. They're like twins. They're, they wake each other up in the morning. And I understand that. We had a mom in Castle Rock that suffocated both her baby girls. She's like, my husband was gonna take them, and she's like, I just couldn't handle. I thought I was doing right by them. I thought I was saving them pain. And I get it.
Why? How's she saving the pain?
Because she didn't want them to have to live without their mom.
This guy is so stupid. He's into the story, it sounds like. Oh, she's telling me a story. Story time. He's asking questions. Why? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, when did this happen? Right? As if Tammy Lee is telling him a story just because. No, she's using it as an example to get Chris to say something, but he's so dumb that he's like, really? What happened next? Oh my God, so much suspense. Oh, what an absolute idiot. Oh my God. Oh, Britt. Yeah, of course. Yes. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Wait, tomorrow's Friday? Yeah. Wait, Thursday. Tomorrow's Thursday. Yes, we will be here tomorrow. So see you tomorrow, Britt. But yeah, isn't it exactly, Dave? Yeah, his brain is buffering. It is. It is buffering right now. He's like, oh shit. So that's why he's asking those questions. He's been put on the spot. He's being, he's being given this example of another person who murdered another family. And he's kind of thinking, right? His brain is buffering. He's trying to come up with an excuse. Okay, I guess let me just blame it on Shanann, maybe. What can I say? Oh, let me ask a question. Maybe I can get another idea. Who knows what's actually happening here, but he's not winning. That's the only thing I know is he's not winning, not even close.
Chris, this is a weight that's going to be on you for the rest of your life until we resolve it tonight. Unless we can talk about this more tonight, this is going to follow you forever. I promise you, when you start talking to us, you will feel better. I know you already feel better about getting the Nikki off your chest.
This is defeat.
Please don't, like, involve her in the news or anything like that. She can't do that.
You gotta help me.
I don't know.
Chris, we're giving you a lifeline right now. You need to take it. You need to reach out and take it.
Did they look like this the last night you were with them?
She had that dress on, like, on the 8th or 9th. It
Oh.
wasn't in this, but she had that dress on, 'cause I remember I had 2 buttons on the back. I take them off so I could get her pajamas on that night.
Did you guys make sure that they were warm when you left the house?
Make sure they were warm. They're always warm. They always have, when they're in their beds, they're always warm.
Okay. Were you guys taking care of them at the very end?
I wouldn't. They're always taken care of. They never miss a meal.
Mm.
Chris, you took them out of the house with their blankets and their animals. Like, that's because you cared. That's what a caring dad does.
I mean, I'm always caring for these kids. There's nothing in this for my life.
They're my life. He has the audacity to say they're my life. He has the audacity to say they are my life. Yet he killed them for a mistress. And the only person he thinks about to this day is still his mistress. He does not think about his kids. The photos that he has in his cell, which, by the way, he should not be allowed to have those in his cell, but he has them up there just for show. I really do believe that the only reason he has the photos of his kids up in his cell is because he thinks he's going to probably someday get out. He's not doing it because he actually misses them. The only person he cared about was Nicole Kessinger, and he has the audacity to say that while his children's photos are right in front of him. Graham Coder even had to move it from under. He's like, here, look at them. Where are they? And he's like, I always took care of those kids. Those kids are my life. They mean so much to me. Just because I don't cry doesn't mean that they don't mean anything to me. I want them back. As if words are supposed to do anything, right? His demeanor, his behavior says way more than all the 10,000 words that he can come up with. Not even 10,000, right? Because his vocabulary is very limited. He only says awesome and empanada and you're so damn sexy. And at this point, he's just like, I want them back. That is it. That's his, as far as his vocabulary goes, right? But again, God, it's just so hard to watch. But I do sense that he is feeling defeated at this point, right? Tammy Lee has backed up a little bit. She's like, okay, let me not push him too much. She's still pushing him, but at this point, she's blaming another person, right? Because she figured this is the only way that I can get this man to say something is if I blame another woman, because he definitely reacts to what women tell him. He seems to be more cozy with men, but with women, he's like, oh shit, I know it wasn't me. And so Tammy has recognized that, right? We even see the way that she looks over at Graham. She's like, okay, okay, cool, right? Again, I love the dynamic. I love these two together. I wonder if they rehearsed it before, right? I'm like, I don't know, did they? If they didn't though, this is so amazing because they were able to feel each other's energy and how they were going to approach Chris, and the way they did it was just absolutely brilliant. I love it. But all right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and stop the live stream here. We're gonna continue the rest, and I hope that I think we will. How many? Oh God, no, we still have a whole hour. We might be able to finish it in 2 more live streams, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and stop it here. Yeah, a lot happened. And I did see some of you guys haven't even seen a lot of this footage, right? Hey, there's so much of it, right? There's so much footage. When it comes to the Chris Watts case, even rewatching some things I think are important because we miss a lot, right? And when we're trying to put things together, there's stuff all over the place and we bring it back together. it's better to do so when we watch the whole video, right, in full. So we're gonna watch all of it. There's another, what, 3 hours or something left. This is when Chris brings in his daddy, Ronnie, into the building. And so then we see him squirm some more. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and stop it right here, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining today's live stream. I just want to, thank everybody, anybody who's supporting the channel. Thank you guys so much. If you like pina coladas, I do. I do. Thank you so much for the super chat. JJ, thank you so much. Angela, thank you. Thank you. Raven, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, no, I missed this one. Debbie, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let's go ahead and celebrate, Debbie. Celebrate. Tiger, thank you so much for the super chat, Tiger. Thank you so much. And we have Elle. Thank you. Continue to get better. Aw, thank you. Thank you guys so much for the wishes. He likes a well-worn rug. Oh, he lies like a well-worn rug. Oh man, that's funny. It's crazy because I actually just removed one of my well-worn rugs. That's a weird thing to say. Well-worn. My well-worn rug out of the bathroom here, and I replaced it with a better one. So it's funny. Yeah, thank you so much, Carrie, for being a member for 3 months. Thank you. Carrie Fawcett, thank you so much again for the 400 jewels. And Carolette, thank you so much. And again, I just want to make sure that I got everybody here. I never want to miss anybody. Oh, Mucho Thirst. Love it. I love the name. Thank you so much. Lucky, thank you so much. Ratitude, Just Josie's, Ratitude again, Carrie, and Lucky again. Thank you guys so, so much for all the love and support. I love these jewels. They are so cute. Look, I got a seagull. I'm like, what are these? This is a seagull, a little, what is it, a star? These are so cute. Thank you guys so much. Here, let's see. Are there any more? No, I think that's it, right? All right, let's go. Yeah, let's go ahead and just stay at the live chat. And yay, Deborah, member for a month. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being a member. All right, guys. Aw, Tommy's girl. Lehigh, yes, they're saying, why would Nikki want Shanann's life? Yeah. Well, not with Chris, right? Love Buzz. Aw, thank you so much. Member for a month. Thank you guys. I appreciate you all so much. Yeah, guys. Well, that was it. This is it for today's live stream. We're going to continue tomorrow. And then into Friday. So thank you guys. KTD. Thank you so much. I just saw the jewels, the 30 flowers. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Thank you so much to my moderators. Very special thanks to all my members, my subscribers. Thanks, Eric. Great live today. Thank you guys. It's always a great live with all of you. I love seeing you guys. I was going to say I love seeing your faces. I love seeing your names and your profile pictures. And I just love hearing your insights, your opinions, and of course, sharing laughs and sharing jokes when we're talking about this idiot, of course. But anyway, all right, guys, thank you so much for joining today's live stream. Please take care, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you, guys. Bye. Thank you, Love Buzz. Thank you for the jewels. Yes, shout out to the mods. Thank you to my moderators. You guys are amazing. Thank you, guys. Take care. All right, I'll see you next time.